Most of my Italian stereotypes turn out to be wrong. Italian guys are not always flirty. Hi guys, it's Reese. In the previous video, I talked about differences between Italian and Japanese. Today, I'll be talking about similarities between them. I'm pretty sure some of them are really surprising. Basically, the ideas come from the interaction with at least 50 Italian friends in my life. Last month, I went to Italy for 2 weeks to see my Italian friends. I had never lived in Italy for long term, but since Italians are very friendly, I have so many Italian friends that I've met all over the world. By the way, in this channel, I compare Japan with other countries in various aspects. Since Japan is isolated from other countries, Japan has its own unique culture and its unique way of thinking. So if you want to know more about Japan or how Japanese people feel about other countries, this is the best channel for you. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button and let's get started. Number 1. Cleanliness. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, streets in Italy are not very clean. Like this. People just throw their cigarettes or like other trash. Some people spit on the street, which is disgusting. Also, you can find a lot of graffiti everywhere. However, when you go to your friends' houses in Italy, you're gonna see how tidy they are. During this trip, I visited 4 different Italian friends' houses and all of them are super tidy and clean. One of my Italian friends told me an interesting thing, which is it is often said that Italian people don't keep outside clean, but they keep inside the house and their body very clean. I mean, they always keep their body very sanitary, according to him. And one of the examples is this one. Initially, I had no clue what this is for, so I was about to wash my face with this, and my friends told me, please don't, because it is for intimate area, and that was close, honestly. Anyway, in general, Japanese also keep their rooms and their body very sanitary. As it is often said, the streets in Japan is also super clean. But what you might not know is Japanese people take a shower and a bath every single day. Number 2, loyalty to their partner. Unfortunately, there's a stereotype about Italian guys like fucking up girls all the time. But at least looking at tens of my Italian friends' behavior, I don't think it's always the case. Of course, some Italians are very good at getting closer to others, but once they have a girlfriend or boyfriend, they are super loyal to their partner, at least from my perspective. That's why a bunch of my Italian friends have been in a relationship with the same partner for at least several years or something, from high school or from colleges, which is amazing. What about Japanese? Normally, very loyal. If you happen to have watched some Japanese anime, you might have seen a situation where a person confessed their love to their partner, saying like, will you be my girlfriend or will you be my boyfriend? It sounds like a formal proposal, right? And if it is accepted, they're gonna officially start relationship. So it's always clear. And also, the criteria about what could be cheating is also very strict in Japan, I guess. I mean, compared to European countries in general. Number 3, longevity. Both Italian and Japanese live very long. In Italy, I saw so many elderly people like everywhere, like Japan. If we look at life expectancy at birth, Japan is ranked 2nd with the expectancy of 84.3 on average, and Italy is ranked 7th with the expectancy of 83. There is no easy answer to why some people live longer than others, because it's always a combination of many factors. But according to my resources, healthy diet contributes to the longevity the most in both countries. An article from BBC talks about why Italians on average live 18 months longer than British people. And it says, in Italy, fresh fruits and vegetables are commonly available, and people use olive oil very often, and then they consume much less fat than British people. And in Japan as well, we consume much less fat and sugar than any other developed countries. Japanese diet in general are nutritionally well balanced. In a future video, I'd like to talk about why Japanese are one of the healthiest people in the world. Number 4, conformity to rules. Let me give you one example. To be really honest, before I went to Italy, I was expecting much fewer people wearing masks, unlike Japan or Germany. In South Europe in general, Like, I had a stereotype about loose regulations. Some people don't care about rules or something. But it wasn't actually the case. What I saw in Italy was 100% of people were just wearing masks on the public transportation without any problem. According to my Italian friends, it would be a mess if there is no rule in Italy. But as long as there are clear rules, people just follow it, naturally. I mean, it sounds so obvious, but it's honestly unexpected. In Japan, even if there is no rule, people still follow something, which might be very interesting to you. For example, it is not mandatory to wear masks technically in Japan, but 100% of people are wearing masks. What's weird is everybody is wearing masks even if they are outside. Some people walking in a spacious park, they are still wearing masks. It's common to see in Japan. Ideally, it is for health, but in reality, I've seen many Japanese people wearing not medical masks, but like good-looking masks that explain something. It's not only about health, but also about social pressure that plays a huge role in Japan. Anyway, when it comes to conformity, Italian and Japanese are not too different, which brings us to the next point. Number 5, homogeneity. Ethnic diversity is not as much as I was expecting. When I walked around cities in Italy, I didn't hear foreign languages as often as other countries, and there were not so many English translations either. Which reminds me of Japan. Statistically speaking, 8% of Italian population are immigrants, while in Japan, only 2% of the population are immigrants. There's a huge gap between them, but compared to other European countries like UK, France or Germany, where 13 to 14% of people are immigrants, Italy is like much less diverse, and I think this has something to do with the next topic. Number 6, English level. Among European countries, the average English level is not very high in Italy. Younger people are more likely to be proficient in English, but I met quite a few people who had no idea about English, which again reminded me of Japan. If you look at English proficiency ranking, Italy is ranked 35th, which is one of the lowest in Europe. I mean, I can't complain. Japan is ranked 78th in the world. I've learned English in Japan, so I know why this is happening. There is no easy solution to it, but I'd like to make a future video about it. Number 7, rich diet. All of my friends who've been to Italy say Italian food in Italy were really good, and they were so true. And actually, they were not super expensive compared to other European countries. They were actually very affordable. In the same way, I'm pretty sure Italian people can enjoy Japanese food. I'm not talking about sushi or ramen, but something that Japanese people normally eat in Japan. There's a stereotype about Italian, like eating pasta every day, and that was actually true. But I have to note that there are hundreds of ways of making pasta, so you can never get tired of it. There's one thing I want to say. Pasta for Italian are not sushi for Japanese. Pasta for Italian is like rice for Japanese. When people hear Japanese food, they automatically associate it with sushi, but Japanese eat sushi only once in 2 months on average. Anyway, I can't wait to let my Italian friends to try authentic Japanese food in Japan. So those are the 7 similarities between Italian and Japanese. Some stereotypes are true, some stereotypes are not. Personally, I think Italian and Japanese have differences more than similarities. Still, we have something in common. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Also, on my Instagram, I share my life in Japan and abroad. So please take a look at it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you soon.